Well, hi everyone, on this wet, dreary Tuesday afternoon that we have this week. It's been nearly 3 weeks now of social distancing measures being in place, and it's been long enough now that many of us are past the initial shock of a new season coming upon us unexpectedly, and many of us have settled into that long, slow, slogging uncertainty of wondering how long this season will stretch out before us. When exactly will this end? With the schools closed through April and our church worship gatherings on hold for that same amount of time, we're asking things like, how long will we not be able to go to these places? How long will our restaurants be closed to us? How long will our jobs and our paychecks be on hold? How long will we have to remain distant from one another, not able to visit one another in our own homes and in each other's homes, and spaces like we're used to doing and like we love to do so much? How long? It's a question many of us are asking right now. And if you've come to religion or you've come to this video looking for a specific date answer to that question, I can't give it to you. Nobody can. Nobody knows exactly when this season will end. Nobody knows exactly how it will end or what it will look like in 2, 3, 4 weeks' time. We don't know. This is a new season for us, and we're all feeling a little bit maybe thrown off because of that. But one thing that I do know, while we don't know how long it will go, many aspects of this season began long before coronavirus hit our shores. This loneliness that some of us are feeling, whether we've been physically distant from others or not, we've been feeling it for quite some time. Many of us have felt maybe lonely or isolated in our own sadness, in our own frustration, in our own disappointment. We felt isolated even in anger. We felt disappointed in our lives, and we've been unable to be honest about that before others. We've been unable to even be honest about that with ourselves, and some of us are starting to feel that honesty creep up to the surface. So how long were you feeling lonely before you were forced to be isolated? Well, if that's you, and I think it's many of us to some extent, in this time of isolation, you've probably been feeling that loneliness a little bit more sharply than normal. But I have some good news for you. Even in your loneliness, even in your time of being alone, you do not need to be alone. Because Jesus Christ is with you. Jesus Christ is by your side. And we are allowed to turn to Him and to express to Him all the things that we're feeling and all the things we're seeing and all the questions that we're wondering. Jesus is near to you, and He hears all that you say, and He can lift up your burden and lay it down before God our Father in heaven so that you do not need to carry it alone any longer. Jesus Christ is near to you, and He can hear you. God is with us in the time of coronavirus, and in that, we are all less isolated. Well, I want to finish by sharing a psalm with you that I think will read and sound very fresh to many of us in these days. This is Psalm 13. How long, Lord, will you forget me forever? How long will you hide your face from me? How long must I wrestle with my thoughts, day after day have sorrow in my heart? How long will my enemy triumph over me? Look on me and answer, Lord my God. Give light to my eyes, or I will sleep in death. And my enemy will say, I have overcome him, and my foes will rejoice when I fall. But I trust in your unfailing love. My heart rejoices in your salvation. I will sing the Lord's praise, for He has been good to me. When we ask the question of how long, instead of lifting it up to no one in particular who doesn't have an answer, we can turn to the Lord our God and put that question to Him and say, how long, O Lord? And let our honesty pour forth. Because there is no social distancing with God, and God hears all the words you say, and He is close at hand to receive them. If you turn to Him, you may even find that He is closer to you than He's ever been. So I'm praying for all of you who will hear this. Please do pray for me as well, and pray for one another. Be safe, be well. God is with us.